Another big story we've been covering, a local attorney's huge income tax debt.
27 First News reporter Gerry Ricciutti is back with us tonight with more on what Engler says got him into this mess. He joins us now with the details.
Eric and Dave, when we first reported David Engler's tax issues here last night, I told you the appeals court candidate was trying to resolve his problems with the Internal Revenue Service, perhaps the foremost being just how much he actually owes the government. Tonight he tells us why none of this should really affect his campaign. David Engler currently owes the IRS nearly $167,000 in back income taxes, but the attorney and judicial candidate insists he'll have the matter resolved before he takes office, assuming he's elected this fall.
It's not a matter of avoiding your taxes or not telling the IRS what you made. It's a question of trying to get to the actual number.
Something Engler tells me is closer to $60,000, but was bloated by penalties and interest. He blames the problems on what he's calling cash flow issues with his clients and his expenses.
A lot of the work that I do, people just simply can't pay. It was the tax man who was last in line.
Engler's problems aren't new. We found 5 IRS liens against him. The first covers the 2006 tax year. Why hasn't that been resolved to this point?
Because the number's too big. And I didn't have the money to resolve it.
While Engler tells me he's been paying about $2,000 a month the last year, he couldn't provide us with copies of his tax statements to show which parts he's disputing. He says he's having accountants review them, looking for missed deductions and other places to reduce his debt.
When I refile the tax returns, I'd be happy to show you.
But you can't show us now.
No, I don't have them now.
And even though Engler admits the back taxes are an issue, he insists voters shouldn't be concerned.
It's an absolute challenge, but it's nothing that affects my character as a person to sit and be fair with someone. It makes me understand that people have struggles. I don't care if it's here.
Well, Engler's opponent in the May primary, attorney Anthony D'Onofrio, isn't commenting on Engler's issues. We may see the first test of whether or not that will ultimately make an impact when Mahoning County's Democratic Precinct Committee members meet later this month to make their endorsements. In the meantime, when and if Engler shows us his tax statements, we'll have them for you. Dave?
Gerry, thanks. Now, David Engler is running for a seat on the 7th District Court of Appeals, which sits in Youngstown. The appeals court system was established by the Ohio Constitution to review judicial orders handed down in lower courts around the state. There are 12 appellate districts. The 7th covers Mahoning and Columbiana counties. 4 judges sit on the court. 3 of them hear each case. The decisions made at this level can be reviewed by the state Supreme Court.